You're wagging your tail. This is our odd puppy pose day, I think. Goodness. So this is Mr. Red Boy. He is an actually, take that back. He is one of Dewey's puppies. So he is one of our multi-generational Bernedoodles from Harriet and Dewey. And he is 8 weeks old. I do these videos at exactly the wrong time. 8 weeks old, the puppies are very demanding. The puppies are puppies that are almost 10 weeks old now, not a peep out of them. This is all Harriet's litter right now, making all that ruckus. You were staring at me, huh? So anyways, he's 8 weeks old, and he is the third largest in the litter. He weighs 8 pounds, 2 ounces right now, expecting his adult weight to be between 30 and 35 pounds when he's full grown. And he is a black and white as far as his coat color, so you can see that he's got mostly all black and then lots of fun splashes of white. So he's got a very big white tip tail. He's got a full white blaze, which you can see comes down and then into a full collar. Should we turn you around, big boy? There we go. He has white on all of his legs, all of his underbelly, and then he's got a full white muzzle and a really big white blaze. And I love that he's got the black patches all around his eyes. So his coat is one of those that is going to end up being curly when it grows in about 6 months of age. So he is going to be one that is going to be really great for those who are worried about a shedder, because it's going to be very low shedding. And he's also going to be really good for those who have allergies. His coat will require a little bit more grooming needs with that curl if you want to keep it long. So usually about every 6 weeks is about the average. Again, if you're keeping it long, if you cut it short, then you can go longer, and with it definitely brushing in between to work on those mats. So as far as this boy's physical, he at the vet, no complications, no concerns there, no parasites. Everything was clear and normal. And then he's another one that along with one of his brothers, that we still have not received the DNA results back. But again, I'm not expecting to have any big concerns there. So I'm expecting that will be okay. He keeps on looking at me, he's like, want to work, because he does. This boy does have medium energy level, but he loves to work. He gets really excited because he's very confident with what he's doing. So like for instance, he was the first one to go and venture outside, which they have to go through 2 doggy door flaps in order to do that. And it's something that can be really scary for them and concerning, but I do allow them to do that on their own when they're ready. I don't really encourage it because I want them to be able to get in and out, whether because it's really hot outside or really cold outside. I don't want anybody getting stuck out there. So he was one that he was just this tiny little guy. He was only about 3 pounds. He was just hanging out in the yard by himself, just happy-go-lucky. He would follow his mom out, and everybody else would wonder how he was doing that. So he figured that out real quick, and he's been pretty much that way with everything that we've introduced. He's been one of the first ones to be confident to go check it out and not be too worried about it. I think because he's so curious, he also just notices a lot. So for instance, when I was working with him recently, I had we're still doing the raw grass-fed brown beef for their treats when I'm working with them. And so I had that sitting up on our ottoman so that he couldn't get to it. We figured out anytime I got too close, he was on my lap and then would jump up on the ottoman. And he never even got any, but he could smell it. He knew it was up there. And so he would continue to watch me, but if I had a little bit of lull, then he was trying to figure out how he could get up on the ottoman. And I have no doubt that if I would have left him for too long, he would have figured out how to do that without my assistance on accident. He's super social. He loves anybody new that he's met that's come around. I mean, like he's just, this is just the way that he is. He's always up for a tummy rub, and he's so funny because a lot of the puppies, they don't like being held like babies. I know that's something that's kind of old school. They teach you when, you know, you're picking out your puppy, hold him upside down and see if they'll lay there. Most dogs don't like that. They will tolerate it, but he is so submissive that he's just like, okay. This time he's actually being a little bit worried. Normally he's just like, oh yay, just more tummy rubs. He's really the only one. Almost all the others, they'll struggle and they let me know, hey, I don't really like this, I'll do it if you really want me to. But he's just like, oh yeah, okay. So he's just very, it's like he's so confident in everything. He's like, oh yep, I'm fine with this too. So with that, he would do great in a home who has little people. I would be best if they were, I think, just 5 or older, just because he is so confident. I think that he would be into their stuff a lot, and that could be really frustrating for them. Where some other puppies would kind of pick up on those boundaries a little bit better. He is kind of one of those that's taking more after the Bernese, who feels like everybody's my friend and the whole world is here for me, which is a really great temperament to have. I love that, and makes it really great for socialization, taking them out and working with everything, because they don't have that big concern and that reservedness that you need to work through. But I could see with little people in the home, that would be hard. As he gets older, it's not going to be an issue at all because he'll learn. But as a puppy, that he's just not going to understand that yet. He needs some time to develop so that he can. So definitely would be good if they were a little bit older. And then he loves our other dogs. I think he would do great with other pets as well. I haven't seen any concerns there. He loved retrieving. I purposefully don't play with that with the puppies, just I wait until we do their temperament assessment to see if that's something that's natural in them. Yeah, he just went to brought it back to me. We could have sat there and done that for quite a while. And so he is one that is just really going to be good to go. He's going to be happy to go and do, as you can see how much more he's wanting to like do something. He's going to be happy to go and be able to do pretty much anything that his family is wanting to do with him. So that is our Mr. Red Boy. Let's go. Ready? Do you want to do a close-up? Can we see your face? Good boy.